guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Alya if you are new here. So in today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am going to be testing out Madison Beer's collab with Morphe. So I've never even purchased anything from Morphe, but I hear their formulas are really good, so I'm really excited to test this out. And I actually didn't even know Madison Beer had a collab with them. I was kind of just like on their website looking around and I saw that she had a recent collab, so I figured, hey, why not try it out? Before we jump into it, if you are new here, I would absolutely love it if you consider subscribing to my channel. It is completely free, and if you change your mind, you can always unsubscribe later, but I hope you won't. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every single time I upload a video. Now without further ado, let's get into it. So in her collection, she has the Channel Surfing eyeshadow palette. She has 5 different lip gloss shades, and she also has a luminous setting spray. There's a shimmer highlighter. She has an entire eye brush set, and there is also a brush bag. So I went ahead and I purchased her eyeshadow palette as well as one of the lip glosses. I didn't pick up the setting spray or the highlighter because it just looked a bit too deep for my skin tone. So I haven't even opened this. I just got this in the mail yesterday. So the packaging just looks like this. It says Channel Surfing. Now, I'm not really sure what channel surfing is supposed to mean, if it has something to do with like her album or the television. I honestly don't know. So this is what the palette looks like, pretty much identical to the box that it came in. It is a good thickness, so really good for traveling. Here is what they look like. So it has a nice big mirror, which is really nice. And it looks like a really pretty range of shades. So you have quite, oh, I already dug my nail into one of them, lovely. So you have a nice range of like neutrals. There's the warm neutrals, which you can see over here, and then you do have some cool neutrals here as well. And it seems like a good mix of shimmers and mattes. So this looks like a really good palette. I'm really excited to try it out. I think the first shade I'm going to dip into is the lightest shade in the palette here. This is called White Rabbit, and I'm just going to apply that all over the lid. I always like to put down a nice light base for the rest of the eyeshadows to sit on. It's like a pretty cream shade. It's not extremely pigmented, but that's okay. It doesn't need to like white out my eyeball or anything. I'm also wearing colored contacts today. I thought it'd be really fun for this look. I thought that this color would go really well with this palette. These are one of my favorite lenses of all the colored contact lenses I have. This is in the shade Ambar, A-M-B-A-R. I'll link that down below, as well as a discount code that you can use if you want to pick some up for yourself. Next, I'm going to go in with this pretty mustard shade here, and this is called Zero. And I don't really ever use, it's almost like a camel mustard. I don't know how to explain it. I'm just gonna tap off the brush because it seems like there could potentially be some fallout. This is really pretty. I've never used a shade like this before. I usually tend to kind of like steer away from like the mustardy shades. I don't know why, I don't know, they scare me a bit. This is really pretty. And I am taking that up kind of high on the brow bone area, just because the next shade I'm going to apply is still going to be in the crease, but it's going to be a little bit lower. This really makes the yellow and the green in these contacts pop. I am super into that. Then I'm going to go in with this really pretty shade here called Devil in a Dress, and I'm going to take that on the same brush. And I'm just going to put that still in the crease, but just a tiny bit under the yellowy shade. I really love the colors she chose for this. I don't usually buy collab palettes from creators because I usually just don't like the colors they choose. I feel like they try to go really over the top with it. That looks really pretty. I'm super into that. Next, I'm going to go in with this warmer brown shade here, and this is in the shade Lifeguard. And I'm really going to just pack that on the outer third of my eye, making sure to really buff it down into the lash line and out. Then I'm going to go in with that first brush with no extra product on there, just to really make sure all those colors are buffed together nice and seamlessly, and we have a nice cohesive look going on. I'm just dragging out any extra product out and upwards towards the corners of my eyebrows. Wow, that is so pretty. I'm gonna go in next with this sort of like glitter topper color. This is in the shade C-137. I don't really know what any of her shadows names mean. I'm sure they have a meaning to them and I just have no clue. I really just want to see how that would look. That's pretty, but I'm going to see if it looks better when I apply it with my finger. So I think this is more of like a glitter topper. This isn't going to give you a ton of pigment, but it does add just like a really nice shimmer to the eye. That's so pretty. That looks so nice. Then I'm gonna go in with this shade right here called Pisces, and I'm just gonna pop that into the inner corners. I don't normally do a gold in the inner corner, but I think it might look really pretty. So that's how we're looking now. I might do a darker color along the lash line. I like that she added a black in this. A lot of times I feel like creators don't necessarily put black eyeshadow in there, so it is nice to have a black. However, I think I'm gonna go in with this really pretty dark chocolatey brown in the shade 3553. And it's a little like dipping towards the cool brown, but it's still kind of like a neutral brown, so I think it'll work. So I'm just taking that on an angled brush, and I'm just packing that really close to the lash line on the outer half. And I'm gonna smoke it out just a teeny bit. I'm not gonna really do like a big dramatic wing, just because I feel like, well, I don't know, maybe I lied, maybe I will. Just like a really smoked out, subtle wing, like that. Nothing crazy, because I always do a crazy wing, and I feel like it's nice to switch it up, you know? And I'm not noticing too much fallout, which is nice, because I did put a couple glitter shades on my eyes. Now I think we're gonna make things spicy. Something I don't normally do, but I'm gonna go in with this really pretty olive green in the shade Zeppelin, and I'm gonna put that under my eyes. It's like a really pretty khaki olive green. And I'm just bringing that right up to where I put the gold and then blending it upwards with that wing. Okay, but for real, stop the lights, guys. I am seriously obsessed with this eye look. I think this is like my favorite eyeshadow look I've ever done. It's kind of different to what I normally do. I don't normally do any sort of like greens. I'm not super adventurous with the sparkles. Definitely no like camel yellow tones going on, but I love the way this came out. So I think I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. I'm gonna pop on some mascara really quick. I'm just going to be going in with the Lash Sensational Mascara by Maybelline, and then we're gonna move on to lips. Okay, the eyes are done, so we're gonna move on now into lips. So the lip color that I picked up is in the shade Venus. And here's the packaging. It's actually really cute. I like this little angle detail that they put at the top here. So I just picked this up because I thought that it looked like a pretty, like, universal lip color. It's kind of like more towards a nude, but more towards like a fall nude, you know? It's got that almost deep tone in there. I'm gonna start out with just lining my lips with the NYX Lip Liner in the shade Ever. And I kind of just lightly line them because I don't know exactly if this is gonna match. It looks a bit more brown once you pull it out of the tube, so let's see. Oh no, that matches perfectly. Wow, that's really nice. This is almost like a liquid lipstick. I like the doe foot applicator too. It makes it really easy to apply it and get the lines straight. Wow, that's such a nice creamy buttery formula too. It's definitely not drying at all. I don't know if like Madison has anything to do with the formula. I know Morphe's known for having really good formulations for their makeup. I'm sorry, I actually can't get over how stunning this makeup look turned out. Like, not to toot my own horn because all I did was, you know, use the brushes and it is all the formula and color, but wow, this is like my new favorite eyeshadow palette. It is unreal. Definitely would recommend. I think that it came out phenomenal. So if you're on the fence and you're not sure, I definitely think you should pick it up because I feel like it is a palette that will work on so many different skin tones, and it has some of the cools, some of the warms, all the nice shimmers, and the lip gloss. Definitely also recommend. So that is it for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out, and thank you so much for watching.